Close your eyes and imagine this. You're standing on the deck of a wooden ship, the salty wind whipping through your hair. The sun burns overhead, and the endless blue ocean stretches in every direction. Suddenly, a shout rings out, "Sail ho!" And on the horizon, a black flag rises against the sky. Not the familiar skull and crossbones, but something worse, a blood-red banner, signaling no mercy. This isn't a scene from a Hollywood blockbuster. This was real. The pirates of the Caribbean weren't just swashbuckling adventurers, they were outlaws, rebels, and sometimes even freedom fighters. Their lives were brutal, short, and far more fascinating than any movie could capture. The early 1700s were the golden age of piracy, a time when the Caribbean was the most dangerous place on earth. European empires Spain, Britain, and France fought for control of these islands, shipping gold, silver, and spices across the ocean. Though where there was treasure, there were thieves. Hundreds of sailors turned to piracy, looting merchant ships and evading naval patrols. These weren't just criminals, they were men and women who had been cheated, abandoned, or enslaved by the system. Some sought fortune, others revenge, but all of them lived by a simple rule: take what you can, and give nothing back. No pirate was more feared than Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard. With his long, braided beard smoking with slow-burning fuses, he looked like a demon from hell. But Blackbeard wasn't just terrifying, he was smart. He didn't rely on violence, he used fear. Before attacking, he'd wrap his beard in hemp cords, lighting them to create a cloud of smoke around his face. Most ships surrendered without a fight. His reign of terror ended in 1718, when British sailors ambushed him off the coast of North Carolina. Even in death, he became legend. His head was hung from a ship's bow as a warning, but his name lived on. Piracy wasn't just a man's world, and Bonnie and Mary Read were two of the most dangerous pirates to ever sail the Caribbean. Anne, the fiery-tempered daughter of a wealthy plantation owner, ran away to sea after falling in love with a pirate. Mary, raised as a boy to inherit her family's fortune, became a soldier before turning to piracy. Together, they fought alongside the infamous Calico Jack, wearing men's clothes and swinging cutlasses, as well as Annie Mann. When their crew was captured in 1720, the two women were the last ones standing, fighting off soldiers while the men hid below deck. Their bravery couldn't save them from the gallows, but Mary's pregnancy delayed her execution and mysteriously vanished from prison, leaving historians guessing her fate. For a brief, glorious moment, pirates didn't just raid the Caribbean, they ruled it. The island of New Providence in the Bahamas became the Pirate Republic of Nassau, a lawless haven where outlaws lived by their own rules. Hundreds of pirates docked there, drinking, gambling, and spending stolen treasure. There were no kings, no taxes, and no rich merchants exploiting the poor. It was democracy. Its rawest form: captains were elected, loot was shared equally, and even escaped slaves could find freedom among the pirates. But empires don't tolerate rebellion for long. In 1718, the British crushed Nassau, offering pardons to those who surrender and hunting down those who refused. Hollywood loves the idea of a pirate code, but the real rules pirates lived by were even more surprising. Many ships operated under strict articles, written agreements that every crew member signed. These rules prevented fighting among pirates, guaranteed fair shares of treasure, and even provided disability payments for injured crewmen. Some codes banned gambling, others allowed voting on the captain's decisions. Punishments were harsh: marooning, whipping, or even death for breaking the rules. But these laws weren't about honor, they were about survival. A disciplined crew was a successful crew, and pirates knew that without unity, they were doomed. By the 1720s, the golden age of piracy was collapsing. Navies hunted them down, ports turned them away, and the once great pirate strongholds fell one by one. Some, like Blackbeard Roberts, went down in battle. Others were captured and hanged, their bodies left to rot in iron cages as a warning, but their legacy didn't die with them. Pirates became symbols of freedom and rebellion, inspiring books, songs, and eventually, movies. So the next time you watch Pirates of the Caribbean, remember, the real pirates were even wilder, darker, and more fascinating than fiction. They weren't just thieves, they were rebels who dared to defy empires. And though their flags no longer fly, their stories still echo across the waves, waiting for those willing to listen.
Hey there, if you're enjoying this video and appreciate the effort behind it, don't forget to like this video. It really helps the channel grow, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss an update. Oh, and one more thing, share this video with your friends. Spread the love and support. Alright, now let's get back to the video. Let me know if you want any tweaks.